In the previous episode here on Plant One On Me, begonia expert and hybridizer Don Miller, who works closely with Steve's Leaves, took us through some of Steve's begonia stock plants. Now in this episode, he shares some of the original and newest hybrids that Steve's Leaves are introducing to the market. You have quite a layout here. What is all of this?
Okay, these are some of the hybrids here at Steve's Leaves, and about 12, 13 years ago I started working here and started hybridizing, and one of our first releases was this one, Begonia Starry Nights, and I'm always very interested in the parents and the way the siblings look compared to each other and compared to their parents. And we've got several siblings here. Fang
Wow.
is a sibling to Starry Nights. And Moonlit Snow. And this is West Texas Blizzard. And those are all siblings. They came out of the same seed pod. This is the one parent, an unidentified species from Vietnam. And it was crossed with this one.
And is that a species?
Which is a hybrid.
Oh.
A hybrid Rex. Actually, this is a Dutch hybrid from Antoon Hofnagels in the Netherlands. So this is Dutch Sunrise crossed with U489. And then here are the seedlings that we introduced.
I have to laugh at the name Dutch Sunrise because it's always so gray there. And I just have to laugh because it's like kind of like a gray leaf.
Yeah.
It might have been named for the flower, but I'm just thinking that it seems actually an appropriate name for a Dutch Sunrise. Sorry to interject.
So, another couple of siblings here are these two here. Some of our newer hybrids, we're putting the name Steve's Leaves on it. So this is Steve's Leaves Hornet. And this is Steve's Leaves Yellow Jacket.
That's cool. That's cool to actually name them, you know, in the same kind of family, Hornet and Yellow Jacket.
We've got a bumblebee too.
Yeah, that's cool. What a good idea.
So these were hybridized by another actually unknown Rex cultivar. And they were hybridized with this one. I'll set it down right here. This is a species, Xanthina.
Xanthina with an X?
With an X, Xanthina is a species from India and China, and it has these very large yellow flowers.
Well, that's unusual, right, for a begonia
Yes.
to have yellow flowers?
Unusual, well, there are some buds.
Oh, yeah.
So Darren Heppel here, he took this one and crossed it with a Rex cultivar and got these Rex cultivars that have yellow flowers.
I mean, it's very pretty yellow because it has an orangey kind of sherbet on the back, so it kind of gives it this yellowish orange glow.
Yes, this one is Hornet. Yellow Jacket has really the largest, brightest yellow flowers. It's not really blooming right now. But that way you've got the, now in all, not all, but in a lot of the Rex cultivars, Xanthina has been used in the parentage.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the Rex cultivars came from several Asian species that were hybridized. Rex being the main one. But Xanthina was used, Annulata was used, Hatacoa, several Asian species to get this conglomeration of Rex cultivars.
And I think in counter to the canes, a lot of these Rexes seem very compact.
Yes, yes. The Rexes are rhizomatous, so they grow from a rhizome that grows along the soil surface. There are some upright Rex cultivars with an upright rhizome. So there's lots of different Rex cultivars. This is another one. Maybe get it out, see it better.
The underside of the leaf is fun. It's like a light lime green with a red edging and then very silvery gray on top.
And you see the little bubbles here?
Yeah.
This is Champagne Bubbles.
Oh, that's such a good name.
And it was hybridized. This one, or U489, with another Rex cultivar, Pink Diamonds. A lot of these, when you use this species as a parent, you get a lot of this silver in it. This is Helixopotamus, or Steve's Leaves Helixopotamus.
Such a good name, instead of like hippopotamus, but it has this helix on it. It's kind
Yes.
of like, you know, that's
yes.
cool.
And the leaves get huge. The leaves get huge.
When you find like the species that has the silvery nature in it, do you think it's a characteristic to kind of make the sun reflect off of it, or does it come in an area where it's a little harsher light conditions, or are you uncertain?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Some begonias are, well, a lot of begonias are very variable. So a lot of times in a species you will see a green leaf form, a silver leaf form, a dark leaf form, or a green leaf with dark veins. You know, lots of different forms in the species group.
It's so neat, the little curlicue.
Yes.
And you see that on a number of Rexes.
Yes, yes. This one's got a double spiral, so it's got single and double. This is a single spiral. Sometimes you'll get double spiral.
Yeah.
Here's another really pretty, well, let me lift it out. This one is called Smokey Eyes. And if you look at those leaves, you can see the color, the smoky color in with the silver, in with the spiral.
Such great names.
This is one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites.
And also has a little green with the red edging on the back too. It's got such a different personality from the back to the front.
Yes, yes. And, you know, a lot of people say the Rex begonias to have insignificant flowers, but they can be very striking. And here we've got one here with lots of color in it. Steve's Leaves Cosmic Candy. Another spiral. See the spiral on the leaf?
Yeah.
See the flowers? Really beautiful flowers.
Gorgeous.
So these are all Rex cultivars. And they are Rex cultivars because they have blood, I call it blood. They have Rex blood in their ancestry. So the species Rex is in all of these ancestry. And here we go. We've got a little bit different. This is a rhizomatous cultivar.
This is a great way to actually see.
Yes,
Just some of
yes. This shows you the rhizome. And of course, if it's on the soil surface, it'll go ahead and root. Sometimes they'll grow over the pot, hang down. This is a cross between a cultivar called Jeopardy, and I selfed Jeopardy with Jeopardy. And so we got quite a few different offspring. And this is Cancun Seafoam that has the real ruffled edge on the leaf.
Yeah, it looks like sea kale or something that like would be,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I like it. The seafoam is appropriate too because it looks like waves, coming in.
Yeah, I thought there was some foam on the beach of Cancun.
Yeah.
This is another one. This one is called Old Blue. And here are the parents. Again, U489 and Sizemore, which is a species from China. Originally, this was named as a new species after Mary Sizemore, but now that some botanists have been looking at it, they say it's longa ciliata, so it's not Sizemore.
So she got downgraded to a variation.
So she got downgraded to a cultivar.
Oh.
So actually it does say on here, longa ciliata
Yep.
variety Sizemore.
Poor Mary.
But this one has kind of a bluish tinge to it. And it's got some whiskers on it.
It's got some pretty sizable leaves, actually. I mean, that's
does.
my hand. It's
Actually, they get quite a bit bigger than this. We've been, again, these are stock plants, so we've been cutting on it. These are very fragrant.
in a good way or a bad way?
Oh. Sizemore is fragrant? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little powdery, I think.
Yeah, Ryan here, he says that it's, well, baby powder.
Baby powder, yeah.
You hit it. So, yeah, this has the fragrant flowers. And we've got another one with big leaves. Elephant ear has the fragrant flowers. Well, we'll talk about these.
So dark.
I like miniature begonias. So really my big goal here was to make some more miniatures.
So like little terrarium kinds or?
Not necessarily terrariums, but some you can grow in a small pot on the windowsill.
Nice.
So yeah, these do not need extra humidity, just the average humidity of a home. And we'll look at the species I used. It's on the other side there. Boweri nigrimarga, which is a miniature rhizomatous species from Mexico. So I crossed Boweri nigrimarga with a medium-sized rhizomatous and got some more medium-sized to smaller rhizomatous hybrids. This is Kevin White Cotton here. And this is Autumn Twist here. And these take after one of their parents, which is Angel Glow. And Angel Glow is kind of a variable, an extremely variable rhizomatous cultivar. Sometimes the leaves will be sort of a reddish autumn color. Sometimes they'll be yellow in between that, all colors in between that. just depending on the light and the growing conditions.
It's nice. These have like little hairs on the sides of their edges of the...
Yes. These small begonias are sometimes nicknamed the eyelash begonia.
Yeah, I was going to say they fringe, but eyelash is actually much better of a description.
Uh-huh.
And
Now,
does the eyelash come from this parentage?
Yes, yes. Look real closely, you can see the eyelash on it. Now these were not small enough for me, so I crossed something similar to this back with Bower-eyed Nigra marga. And then I got the smaller leaf here. This is Mini Melbourne. And now let's go on the other side. We've got some cane crosses. And Ryan Wilhelm has been working with the cane hybrids. These are the parents of this cross. This is Elsa, Australian hybrid, and it was crossed with lunaris,
Oh, look at that orange.
that Brazilian species. And we've got 4 seedlings from that cross. Lunaris does have a fragrance, but this one,
Does it matter if it's a male or female flower?
usually the females are more fragrant. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
males.
That still smells like a
think.
little bit of a powder, though. A little
Yeah.
bit of a powder.
This one has a very strong fragrance. This is Essence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does.
This is Steve's Leaves Essence. Has huge leaves, great big leaves. They're even bigger than the parents. Has the light spots. Sometimes they're darker than others. And has the huge clusters of pink flowers.
Is it Steve's Leaves Essence or Rose de Essence?
It's Steve's Leaves
Essence de Rose. I was going to
Essence
say,
de
because like if
Rose.
Steve's Leaves Essence, people are going to be coming up and smelling his neck next time. Being like, is this what Steve smells like? Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, leaves are huge.
Yeah. Now this one is another one from the same cross. We went with a French theme on these crosses. This is Steve's Leaves Esta de Orange. Blooms a lot. This one blooms, well, both of them bloom a lot.
And they're in bloom right now.
This one branches out a lot. Beautiful, they both make beautiful hanging baskets. These are the female flowers just opening up. And, well, like these are the big clusters of the female flowers hanging. We've got another seedling we selected. This one again has huge leaves, huge flowers.
Very big, very meaty.
Huge clusters, all around huge. And this is Steve's Leaves, Pesches et Crème.
I don't speak French. I'm going to have to figure out how to spell that one.
Peaches and cream.
Oh, nice. These are great names.
And the final one is this one right here. Again, you can see those orange flowers. But if you look at the female flowers, they've got a little bit of pink in them.
Oh, yeah.
And they get that from the mother.
And look that this one has just like a really dark leaf.
Dark leaf. It's got kind of a crinkled texture to it.
You can almost see the red coming through, even in the
In
back.
strong light,
Yeah.
it's got that reddish hue to it. What I really like about this one is when the flower clusters first open up, these are the male flowers, and they have these real long pedicels.
Mm-hmm.
And so it looks like a sparkler. And so we're going to name it. This one's not released yet. This is going to be Steve's Leaves Sears Magique. And the translation is magic candles, which in France, that's what they call sparklers, magic candles.
Great names.
Again, makes a great hanging basket. Blooms most of the summer. If it wasn't in Texas, it'd probably bloom all summer. This one, Steve's Leaves, Peches et Creme,
That's
is
the peaches
upright.
and cream. Yeah.
is upright. Peaches and cream.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, we've got two here. These are hybrids from Lady Vanderwilt, a tall growing cane. Here's Lady Vanderwilt. Ryan crossed. Steve's Leaves Sears Magique with Lady Vanderwilt.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the seedlings. These we're still evaluating. We've got probably a dozen or more over there. We picked a couple out that we kind of like. This one grows very fast. Really, I think, unless it's got a spectacular leaf, I like to see the flowers on the canes. So we'll have to let these bloom before we can really judge them. But these are two seedlings that might have possibilities.
Yeah. And tell me, without having seen the flowers of these canes, since flowers are so prominent in canes, what were about these two selections that you already pre-selected for?
Looking at the leaf, you know, this one has lots of silver in it. Of course, again, these are young plants. These are seedlings. They're going to change. You can see how it's getting more lobes up here.
Yep.
But it's still very young, and it will most likely change. You can see as this leaf is getting more lobes in the leaf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it almost loses that silver edging.
It's losing some of the silver. So it's, you know, it's way too early to really know what you have there.
I like to hear the thoughts behind it, because it's really the thought of somebody selecting for a cultivar, you know what I mean? Of what you're looking out for.
Right. Also, you want to look at the growth habit, how it's growing. You know, we talked about blind cuttings. When they start blooming, if it's going to bloom so much that it's got blind cuttings on it, that's not a desirable trait.
And then you were looking at this one because it's such a fast grower, or?
That's one thing. It is such a fast grower, and just the leaf, the pattern of the silver in the leaf. But again, it's early. Here we've got one of the perks of working here at Steve's is a lot of the employees can go around and pollinate begonias or anthuriums. And one of the ladies here made this cross. She pollinated Gray Nurse, which was sitting right here, and she crossed it with the little miniature Bowerii Nigra Marga. I was real excited that she did this cross because we're going to get a miniature. These are the seedlings. These are some of the seedlings. And as you can see, well, this one's not too special. There are a lot of begonias that look like this one.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. The gray with the green spots in it. There's another gray one with green spots. Gray nurse looked a lot like this, gray with the dark markings around the edge.
Yeah.
And again, these are young seedlings, so they're going to change as they grow. The shape of the leaf will change, the coloring will change. So, but there's lots of possibilities. And again, if this, these look like they're going to be medium-sized rhizomatous, small to medium-sized. I want little ones.
So you may have
so
to
I'll probably cross one of these.
Back cross it, yeah.
With Bowerii nigrimarga.
Right.
Now another little project we've had here at Steve's is hybridizing with this species here.
Is that Milano Ballata?
This is Milano Ballata.
This looks like frog skin.
When
it's
I
so
first
cool.
saw this, I thought, no, that's not true.
There's another one that looks like, is it Ferox?
Ferox.
Yeah.
Ferox as a, well, larger leaf, actually larger bulla. This is interesting on the backs too.
Yeah.
This little begonia here is very receptive to pollen.
That specific one or the species in general?
The species in general. We've crossed Milano Ballata with the iron cross, Begonia Masoniana. And this is one we selected to release. Steve's Leaves Texas Shield. So you can see the bulla on the leaf.
Ooh, look at the new growth too.
Yeah, look at the new growth.
Yeah.
Now, this is a species from China, Begonia ningmingensis, and it was crossed with Milano Ballata, and this is the hybrid. This is Steve's Leaves Moonwalk.
Yeah, that great textural leaf complements of the Milano Ballata.
Yes, the Milano Ballata gives that bullate texture.
Has anybody ever crossed a Milano Ballata with a Ferox?
I don't believe we've done that. Milano Ballata with Ferox.
No, we haven't.
You should, just to see how big the bullate could be.
Yeah.
Who gets the bigger?
Ferox is very similar to this, bigger leaf, bigger bulla. Who knows what you would get if you crossed them?
That's what I know. That's where the addiction starts.
Give me 12 months, I'll get back with you.
Okay.
Another cross. This is a species from the Philippines. Really beautiful.
Very beautiful, like green lightning, right? Is that very similar to the
Well,
one?
this is the species, Chloronura. Chloro meaning green.
And neura for
Nura
the
meaning
veins.
veins. Yeah. From the Philippines. It was crossed with Milano Ballata. And we've got the hybrid here,
Yeah.
which we are calling
Steve's
green,
Green
lightning.
Yeah,
Steve's Leaves Green Lightning.
that's one that Ryan had mentioned before, and he's right. You see such different colors when it's not on Zoom. This is a really nice color palette right there.
Now, the next group is a small group of plants. I'm calling them the New World yellow flowering begonias. These are plants that their ancestors are from Mexico, mostly Central America. this is, the name is YTO. It stands for Yellow Flowering Thelma O'Reilly. So the cultivar Thelma O'Reilly looks just like this. But this was a sport that has pink flowers. This was a sport that has yellow flowers, which is very unusual for New World begonias. So it has bright spikes. These bloom in the late winter, early spring. They're little tiny flowers, bright yellow flowers. So here in the greenhouse, one of these YTOs just happened to turn green. So we grew this for a while, and it has the same yellow flowers.
I mean, and it turned bright green.
Bright green. Pretty much the same shape and everything, but it's green. Now, Ryan crossed Micro Mo, small-leafed black rhizomatous. He crossed it with YTO. So he wanted to get some yellow flowers. And so we've selected one out of that cross. And this is Steve's Leaves, Deb's Fireflies. Deb is a propagator here.
And I thought they named it Fireflies because of this little green piece on the petiole right there that just leads up to the leaf.
Yeah.
But it's actually probably the flowers.
The yellow flowers.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
This is a new group that really, with more hybridizing, it's interesting that the yellow flowers, we could get one with yellow flowers.
Especially that it's so unique, and also within that region, it's even more unique.
Right, right. There are, in Africa, there are quite a few yellow flowered species. And in Asia, here and there, there's a yellow one here and there. But in the New World, there's not, that I know of, there's not any yellow flowers.
That's
really
interesting.
And that's it. So these are some of the hybrids at Steve's Leaves and some of the new hybrids that we'll be releasing in the future.
Steve's Leaves was gracious enough to give our viewers a special discount code. If you're interested in bringing some of his plants home, you could use the code SUMMERRAIN15 when ordering online for 15% off your plants. Just head over to their website or go to stevesleaves.com/summerrain15. That's SUMMERRAYNE15. And if you thoroughly enjoy the botanical bliss we're producing, then give the video a thumbs up, and we'd love if you would subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell if you want to know when the videos come out. Every view counts because it not only helps grow the channel, but we also donate 1% of our Google AdSense proceeds to plant conservation every year. Additionally, if you'd like to dive more deeply into plant care and maintenance, check out our suite of online courses from plant care spreadsheets to houseplant basics to the houseplant masterclass. It can all be found on our websites homesteadbrooklyn.com and houseplantmasterclass.com. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.